Since NBA 2K23 dunk system is very different from any other 2K we played, I'm gonna end up showing y'all boys some love and actually helping y'all trying to figure out how to activate certain dunk packages to be able to get contact dunks or even do a certain animation like a rim hang or anything like that. And also I'm gonna be showing y'all boys how to catch alley-oops, also throwing the ball off the backboard and catching lobs, and even when it comes to even dunking with the right stick to end up getting actual time dunks. And let me not forget which animations can let you get contact dunks based on which function you're doing with the right stick. So look, if you haven't yet, make sure you drop a like on the video, subscribe, put on those notifications if you haven't yet, and let's get into the video. As of today, I'm going to be showing you how to dunk on NBA 2K23. And the best person to end up doing this video with is ChaMoma. So we might end up rocking out with ChaMoma as our dunker today. So as we're going to end up talking about these dunks, there's 8 different functions. As of the 8 different functions, the first function we're going to talk about is doing two-hand dunks. As of doing a two-hand dunk, all you have to do is hold your right stick towards the rim. So you're going to point your right stick towards the rim, up, and you will be able to get a two-hand dunk. And this is holding. In different animations and different functions, you're gonna have to flick your right stick and hold based on which function you're gonna do. But as of this one, all you're doing is running towards the hole, holding your right stick towards the rim, and it's gonna give you a two-hand dunk, especially if you have it on, to do quick drops or even two-hand clutch dunks. So as of that, for the second and third actual function, we're gonna do strong hand and weak hand dunks. For strong hand, since ChaMoma is right-handed, I'm going to be pointing my right stick to the right to dunk the ball and holding it. As of doing that, it's going to dunk with the right hand every single time. But if you're someone that's got a left-hand player, you will still point your right stick to the right to end up doing this dunk. But if you're someone that's going to end up trying to do a weak hand dunks are going to be pointing to the left. To do a weak hand dunk, you're gonna run to the hole. As you get to the free throw line, you're gonna end up holding your right stick to the left to end up getting that weak hand dunk. So if you remember, if you're a left hand player, your weak hand is gonna be your right hand. So as it being your right hand, you will still push your right stick to the left to activate that weak hand dunk. So it's kind of confusing when you get to that. So this is based on if you're a left hand player or not, because I don't know why 2K made the function based off only right hand players, because it is make it more easier if you're a right hand player just to even remember that. But if you want to switch hands and actually do stuff like that, that's when you have to actually pay attention to those two functions. And as of those two functions, you can also get contact dunks off them without having to time your dunk. As of this control function, this is way different than other years when you just hold your right stick down to get contact dunks. Now you can actually get contact dunks with the right stick pointing to the right or to the left. But as of for the next function, this is a new thing they added to the game. It's called rim hangs. Now you can actually run to the rim as you usually run to the rim, hold your right stick down to get a flashy dunk. Now you're going to get a rim hang. As of getting a rim hang, all you do is run to the rim, pull your right stick down as you're holding it, and then hold R2. You can let go of the right stick, but as you hold R2, it will let you hang on the rim as long as you want until you can get a technical foul based on what game mode you're playing. So if you're playing rec, mostly 5v5 or something like that, or even play now or my team, as long as you end up doing this, you can get a technical foul, or you can end up getting ejected if you do this 2 times in the game. But as I'm hanging on the rim, I'm swinging back and forth. All I'm doing is flicking my right stick up and down just to get the sway animation on the rim. But if you're someone that want to end up trying one of these, all you got to do is just mess around with it. You will end up just swinging your my player back and forth. But as of this one right here, this is just a quick little pull-up. If you want to do pull-ups on the rim and get a little flashy with it and you blowing the team out by 30 or something like this, and you get a nice little fast break, hey, all by me, do what you got to do. But all you're doing is holding your right stick up and down, just to do the little pull-up animation on the rim. This was a nice little funny troll animation that 2K ended up throwing in the game. But as of the next control function, I'm going to show you the dunking the ball. It is very simple, but this is a new actual function that they do in the game. Now, as of actually trying to do flashy dunks now, you will have to end up flicking your right stick first, and then end up holding to end up finishing off the move. And as of the dunks I'm talking about the ones that get like the back scratchers, or even the ones that's like a two-hand windmill. These are going to be all the functions that you have to do for it. As of literally flicking your right stick up and then repeatedly right after that holding it up, that's how you activate the two-hand flashy dunk animation. So flick your right stick up, and right after you hold it up, you will end up getting a flashy dunk animation to do this function. So look, as of this control function being the one-hand flashy dunk, this is going to be very easy. This is going to be a point of actually doing it repeatedly, just getting a muscle memory over and over and over. You can go to Gatorade, you can actually mess around with the my players and do stuff like this to practice this. But as of actually doing the function, this is literally going to be flicking your right stick down and holding your right stick up. But you have to do this very fast. If you do it too slow, it will end up giving you a regular two-hand dunk. So as you're going to the rim, you want to flick down, hold up. Flick down, hold up. That's literally what you're gonna do. If you want to go get that right hand flashy dunk and you got some crazy dunk packages, you're gonna literally run to the hole. Once you get to around the mid-range, you're gonna activate the dunk by flicking down and then holding up. And then it'll end up giving you a right-hand dunk. But if you end up doing it too slow, it will give you a two-hand dunk like I just got. So make sure you end up practicing this if you wanna get those flashy dunks. Because if you end up going too slow, that's when you're gonna consistently get those two-hand little quick drop dunks that you may not want. But if you wanna actually, you know what I'm saying, practice this is a good way to end up getting contact dunks as well without using the shot meter. But for the next two actual functions I'm going to show you, these are going to be used with the shot meter. Like actually it's going to be a dunk meter that pops up right when you're about to be ready to take off to end up doing these two things. As of the first feature I'm going to be showing you, this is going to be the regular one-hand normal skill dunk that you're going to end up doing. If you're someone that's going to go to the hole, all you have to end up doing is flicking your right stick up and holding it down. But when you do this, remember like I told you, you have to do it very fast, because by the time you get to that free throw line, you're going to flick and then hold. As of in game, let me show you real quick as I'm playing with Ja Morant. Get to the hole, flick, then hold, and you're gonna end up timing it as you go up to the rim. As you get past your defender, or even if you're on a fast break, as you get to that free throw line, you wanna flick up, then hold down to end up timing it once you get close to the rim. This actual timing will change based on what animation you get. Because if you get a contact dunk animation, you might have to hold it a little more, but if you get like a fast one, you might have to release it a little bit early to end up getting a green on your dunk. But as of in game, this is what it usually looks like. You can get different dunk animations. It's not going to be the same animation over and over. But look, we're going to end up hopping into the next one. This is going to be actual rim hangs timing your dunk. This is going to give you a higher chance to end up getting a contact dunk as well. So as you're going to end up going to the rim, you're going to flick your right stick down, then hold. It's going to be a very repeated thing. So as you're going to go to the hole, flick your right stick down and then hold it down to end up doing this while timing it when you get to the rim. So as you're gonna do this, once you end up getting in that rim, you don't let go of R2 if you want to keep hanging on it. But if you don't care to hang on it, let go of R2, it'll get you off the rim with no problem. So flick your right stick down and then hold. That's how you get an actual time rim hang. But if you end up messing up, it will give you a regular rim hang dunk, but it's not really a big problem. But it definitely make a big difference if you time it, because hey, you might end up getting a crazy contact dunk if somebody come in that lane. But remember what I told you earlier about the actual technical foul and you can get ejected. This is me doing it in game. I'm just gonna do an actual quick little technical foul. As you hang on the rim for at least 6 to 7 seconds, they will give you a technical foul and the other team will get free throws. But this is going to only be mostly in games that you can get techs or even get fouls in. But as of doing this, if you do it 2 times, you will end up getting a actual ejection. So make sure when you actually play that you don't do it more than once, because your player will get ejected or your my player will end up getting kicked out the game. So look, as for the next thing I'm gonna show you, it is when it comes to alley-oops. Catching alley-oops, it is somewhat like 2K22 when all you have to do is tap square and just to time it. But if you want to hold square until it gets to that certain point, you could. But the easiest way to actually time alley-oops is literally tapping square to the Q to end up making it go green. But as of Ja Morant having a high drive and dunk, it's going to be way easier for me to catch oops since the whole side of that bar is fully green. So if you're someone that's not going to have a full bar like that, you're going to have to really time it if it's like a low driving dunk. But you can also catch this with contact dunks, but the meter does move slower. The timing just changed based on the animations that you get. Without a contact, with a contact dunk, it's all about the animation that you get. And the last thing I'm going to show you is one of my favorite things to do on NBA 2K. Throwing the ball off the backboard, throwing a self lob to yourself. As of doing this, all you're going to do is double tap triangle. If long as somebody's not in front of you, your teammate has to be behind you. This is the best thing to do if you want to throw the ball off the backboard. You throw the ball off the backboard by double tapping triangle while you're moving forward. As long as your teammates are behind you, behind the 3-point line, you can pull this off every single time. And then once you end up doing that, it will end up popping up your meter, and then all you have to do is just time it. So as I'm showing y'all boys how to dunk on NBA 2K23, hey man, make sure y'all boys drop a like, subscribe, put on post notifications if you haven't yet. Hey, these 2 videos on the screen that you see right now, you definitely want to click on one of these, bro.